Holy snapping duck shit.
My good mate from Bump and Run Booker joins us.
I'm excited for another great show tonight. Give it the hoot nanny.
Hey everyone, welcome along to Trackside with Kokpit, brought to you by GARAGE16. Kinser and Booker here on a Wednesday, 18th of December. This time next week, your much will be full of food. You'll be having fun with your presents, or you'll just be lying back because you just indulge too much. But just think about it, 7 days of Christmas. Hey, Books!
Hey, mate, yeah, this time next week there'll be a few that have sat on the couch, ate too much, drunk too much, and they're having their nana naps. It used to be a common thing for me at Christmas time, have a sleep, you know, get myself sitting back, and, but yeah, well, it's incredible, isn't it, how fast this year has gone, Kins, and I think back, you know, mate, it's just been a hell of a year, off-season, and the start of this new season's just been awesome, isn't it? I mean, just wow, people have been lucky enough to experience it all.
Yeah, 100%, Books. You know, like we said, the year has gone by so fast, and we've been on nearly every single Wednesday, being pretty consistent. But we are going to break that tradition of being consistent over the last 50 odd weeks, because next Wednesday, as we alluded to, it's Christmas, and we're going to spend our time with our families and everything. So we won't be here next Wednesday at 7:30. So apologies for that, and you could be enjoying yourself with family as well. We will be back in the new year 2025, and on this side of 2024, this will be our last show just for this year. Like I said, just let everyone know we won't be here on Christmas Day. Going to have a well-deserved break with our families and our loved ones. And like Booker said, most of blob out on the couch and after eating or indulging a little bit. So I hope you get to celebrate your Christmas next Wednesday with your loved ones as well.
Absolutely, mate. And look, if you're traveling on Christmas and over Christmas, just be safe, you know, like we don't want to be hearing about any of these bad stuff. We want to see you all next year, and see you at the tracks, and so just remember, be safe and look out for those idiots on the road, because it's, mate, I'm traveling to Gizzy on the weekend. Wow, talk about idiots on the road, just incredible, mate, just absolutely incredible, you know. So yeah, just be careful out there. Look after your whānau, and just, yeah, keep it safe, Aiken, you know. But speaking of Gizzy, mate, what a Friday, Saturday night I had up there. Mate, those Superstocks, that bigger field at that track, I streamed it for everybody on the Friday night, and you just, the noise and it just hit you. Where I was standing, just hit you in the chest, and everybody was just on it. Like, no matter where you looked in the track, there wasn't a gap of cars, you know, like everybody was just on it. Such an incredible meeting. And as usual, kids, Gizzy, hospitality turned it on like you wouldn't believe again, you know. Just fantastic. And the other week, I sort of had a go at Baxter's in Wellington, as everyone knew about that rip-off Coke. So I thought I'd put a good positive one, because me and Kins love our burgers when we go to Speedway. We get a burger. Mate, I went to their little burger joint in the pits, or their thing, and it was like a burger you got. Remember when you were a teenager on the piss and you went to a burger shop and you got a burger like that, and it was chocker?
Yeah.
I got that, mate.
Same.
Bacon, egg, cheese, bloody everything, the works, for $12. And it was huge.
Yeah.
And it was good. You know, like, how many times have we talked about around the traps we've gone to get a burger and it's just been this bun with this little piece of bloody meat in it, and you paid nearly $20 for it, you know? Yeah. So it's good to see that as well. Just, it helps families, mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was the same as you. I had a nice burger too out of Huntley. I was over there commentating on Saturday night for their Waikato Superstocks and Stock Champs, and not a bad little crowd. Santa Claus came over there, and We gave out all sorts of gifts, but just like you, I had a $12 burger and it was yum. It was nice. It was well worth it. And, well, I remember those big old days of the big, massive burger. But anyway, to everyone out there that's out there enjoying themselves, big ups to Cody Hutter, picking up the
Oh,
North Island Modified Champs in Stratford as well. How good was that?
mate, when I saw that result, Kins, for Cody, I was so happy for him because he puts in
Yeah.
so much effort. And he's not always the quickest out there, but he's always there, always consistent. And, what do they say? To finish first you must finish. And that's what he did. And he's got the Norfolk. I just was so happy for him, mate. I tell you who else I'm happy for. A couple of Brett Loveridge's daughter has been picked for the New Zealand mini stock team.
Yes.
So she's going, and there was another one too I saw today. Who did I see? Someone else.
Yeah, there's a couple of young ones.
There is,
well.
and so really good because Brett Loveridge, obviously he's on our shirts. His Loveridge Electrical supports us here at Kokpit. But yeah, good to see another young one coming through, getting picked for that Australia New Zealand over there. So they'll be heading over to Australia to represent us in their mini stocks. We covered that, didn't they, when they came here last season, Kins?
Yeah, the Aussies loved us, loved the show that we do. We caught up with them on the show as well. We're going to do something similar. We'll catch up with maybe if it's Sam Ashton still, that's part of the management of that.
Yeah.
And I'll talk with the young kids who come on through. And hey, it's good to see a few of these different ones get their name announced. I see young boy Fraser's back in there. He was in there last time. I think it's Aiden Tidd as well there was a familiar name with that as well. But good to see these other ones come on through. And to be part of. Not too sure George Crawford's in there, but I have seen it up and around social media. But we'll give them a bit of a catch up as we get close to that. We better get into it, mate, because we've got a pretty full on show. And we'll bring our mate in Anz to do his weekly update.
There he is, our little reindeer.
Yeah. Hey, mate, how are you?
I'm good, boys, and yourselves?
Good, mate.
Hey, I'm hot in this thing, but we're all good, bro. Look, we've had a few technical issues. I don't know what's going on here. I think it's me on that hub site too much. I can't open up some of my stuff. No, just taking.
It's all the letters Santa's being sent, Kins. All your emails taken over, all your Santa letters.
Yeah, well, I did get a picture from Renee Gracie, but I don't know where it's gone, mate. Anyway, not only fans, it's Only Ammz. Ammz, welcome to the show, mate. Let's get into it, and talk about what's been happening in your little world that keeps you busy, bro.
Yeah, thank you, boys. And yes, race fans, I did ask the boys today if they were dressing up festive for one more time. And yes, they did reply. So who was I to feel left out? So I thought I'll get my antlers on and join in being in the festive, being festive and getting ready for the festive season. Of course, Christmas just a week away from now. So, and yeah, no doubt everybody will be looking forward to seeing the big man dropping off some presents at your place, as well as having a big, massive kai and being surrounded by family and loved ones. But yes, at the conclusion of the weekend, we had arrived at the completion of week 8 of competition for the Only Ammz Speedway Awards of Excellence, and we'll get straight into it with the Alan Wakeling medalist for Sprint Car Racing Excellence. Unfortunately, Kins won't be able to get up the images I had sent him earlier of those points updates. So I'm just going to have to rattle them off verbally, and of course after the show tonight I will put those updates on my Only Ammz social platforms. But we'll get into it, and we're into the top 10 for the Alan Wakeling medalist for Sprint Car Racing Excellence, and it seems over the last couple of weeks it has been the Jonathan Allard and Daniel Thomas show. Both of those two drivers there on form over the last couple of weeks. Still Allard at the top on 65 points, Daniel Thomas second on 50. Joel Myers Jr., the round 2 winner of the War of the Wings Sprint Car Series there at Ruapuna Speedway, third place on 45. Ryan O'Connor in fourth on 36. Dean Cooper, 50 with 34, alongside Michael Pickens, also in 34, with Rodney Wood, also with the 34-piece pack. Keaton Darn there on 31. Max Guilford there on 26. You might notice the different race number there, not too fair. He's just racing for a different team at the moment. And the 47A of Zach Sokol rounding up the top 10 on 25 points. Your top 10 for the Alan Wakeling medalist for Sprint Car Racing Excellence. We move on now to the Tony Cardwell medalist for Super Saloon Racing Excellence. And as I mentioned last week, and he seems to be doing it again, he's stretching the rubber band even further and further. Sam Waddell, your 2NZ Super Saloon driver, stretched forth in his lead there to 61 points clear of the rest of the pack there. 8A, Craig Cardwell there on second on 37. The 6B of Grant Flynn there in third place on 31. Thomas Stanaway and Steve Cowling there on 27. Chris Cowling, the New Zealand Super Saloon champion, the current New Zealand champion there on 24. Jason Long there on 23 alongside Sean Wade, the Kihi or Waikato driver. Steve Flynn there, last season's medalist winner, still in the top 10 on 20. And rounding out the top 10 for the Tony Cardwell medalist for Super Saloon Racing Excellence, the 99M of Steve Walling.
We had a bit of a change there, Ammz, eh? Like Kevin Munn's been there all right from the start. He dropped off the top 10. Did he only just out of those numbers, or?
Yeah, no, just out. He's probably sitting 11th or 12th, and I will make note on that to the race fans now that from now onwards, probably to the rest of the season, I will list the next top 10 cars. So that'll be places 11 through to 20 in the captions on my social media platforms. So fans are able to know if their driver is not in the top 10 but is close to, then they'll know how far away from the top 10 they are. So yeah, moving on to the Peter Rees medalist for Stock Car Racing Excellence, and I must say here, the top 5 drivers in this category saw absolutely no changes from the weekend gone. Dion Henderson, Kyle Rowe, Taylor Lamp, Sam Wright, and Gary Lonergan. Pretty sure they were busy teams racing on the weekend, but their points were so superior that they saw no changes whatsoever. But yes, Dion Henderson, the roof stomping man, still your leader there on 55 ahead of Kyle Rowe, the New Zealand Stock Car champion there on 47 in second. 992p of Taylor Lamp there on third on 39 points. Troy Cleveland holding it down for the mainlanders there on 37 points ahead of the Aucklanders, Sam Wright and Gary Lonergan. Mitchell Lockett, as I had said over the last several weeks, I might add, the surprise package this season so far. He's into the top 10 there on 33 points. Jack Rarity, the Nelson driver there on 32. Trev MacArthur having a good, consistent weekend at Gisborne. Awapuni, I might add, and Dave Moore enters the top 10 to keep the punters down there happy in Mulu land, winning the Waikato Stock Car Championship for the third time, and he enters the top 10 for the first time. Your top 10 for the Peter Rees medalist for Stock Car Racing Excellence. And now we move on to the Roger Bertram medalist for Modified Racing Excellence, brought to you by Pocono Auto Centre. For anything mechanical you might need done to your car, then by all means head to see Brett and the team at 62 Great South Road in Pocono, and make sure you say that Ammz had sent you. As we had talked about earlier in the show, Cody Hutter winning the North Island Championship and has winning the North Island Championship at Stratford, and as a result he moves up to third place there alongside Foxy, 41 points apiece. Make no mistake about your leader at the top there, Brad Lane, still leading there on 52, but amazingly, and a little bit unfortunate on his behalf, not doing very well at Stratford. He only picks up 1 point. Newton Gorge there, the Stratford driver there on 38, in fourth ahead of Jacob Mitchell on 32. Andrew Naven, the Christchurch driver, on 26. Reuben Brown there on 24. Barry Hunter on 23 alongside the 2NZ driver Carl Hinton. And PJ Ferguson rounding out the top 10 for the Roger Bertram medalist for Modified Racing Excellence, brought to you by Pocono Auto Centre. And now we arrive at the last section for the evening. It is the Shane Penn medalist for Superstock Racing Excellence. And, it's fair to say that your current leader, although it might not show, he did have a bad weekend at Gisborne or Awapuni Speedway on the weekend, coming under attack quite heavily, to be honest. And I did spoke to him a couple of days back. He was pretty fired up about it. But hey, that's stock car racing as we know. But fortunately, he still leads the points at the moment. Kerry Rimnant, still clear leader there on 46, ahead of Harley Robb on 39. Carl Ashton also is there on 39 in third place. Brad Ullenberg has been the surprise driver so far this season. He had a consistent weekend at Awapuni Speedway as well, alongside Luke Alderdice, who had the Waikato Superstock Championship wrapped up until the last couple of laps, and I'm sure Kinser will back me up on that one. Jordan Baldwin, the consistent driver out of Auckland there on 35, alongside Quinn Ryan, who also had a consistent weekend at Miami. Unfortunately, he had to sit second behind Randall Tarrant that whole night, who had a clean sweep of wins, I might add. Not quite enough to enter the top 10, unfortunately. Brett Nichols there on 35 as well. William Humphreys on 34 points, and rounding out the top 10 for the Shane Penn medalist for Superstock Racing Excellence, Jay Holtham on 31 points. And of course, so we had some stock car teams racing action at Robertson Prestige International Speedway for their stock car teams invasion. And from all accounts, and from the many videos and photos that I had saw, looks like it was action aplenty. And of course, what comes with that changes to the Legaspeed multimedia teams echelon. Big thank you to Murray Goodley for coming on board to support this initiative. And we have a new team leader at the top, unfortunately, for Books. Maulers, well, same points all as the Rascals, but Rascals ahead at top clear at the moment with the points differential. Alley Cat still there in third place ahead of the Pumas. Stormers and the Vulcans, who I might add, had the perfect scorecard from Saturday for 3 races, for 3 wins apiece, and a 6-point overhaul for both of those teams. But don't discount the Raiders just yet, because as the points show at the moment, their points differential doubles everybody else, and all they need is a couple of more wins in the bag, and they will shoot straight to the top. But that is how the teams echelon for the Legaspeed Media looks for the meantime. Big thank you again to Murray Goodley coming on board to support that initiative. And of course, it's the one segment of the week we allow you, the race fans, to come on board to show your support or get behind your favourite drivers that are contestants for the Captured Media Ultimate Performer. Big thank you to Glenn Tamatea for coming on board to support this initiative. And the contestants for this week is we had Daniel Thomas for sprint cars there, outright winner of the Baypark Championship. Randall Tarrant, as we had mentioned earlier, 3 wins from 3 starts at Miami Speedway on the weekend. And the stock cars was Dave Moore winning the Waikato Stock Car Championship. And in the modifieds, of course, we spoke earlier about Cody Hutter, outright winner of the North Island Modified Championship at Stratford. And your winner by popular vote, and he pretty much clean sweep everybody here at 39.4% of the total vote of everyone that voted. Your winner, your ultimate performer for this week, brought to you by Captured Media, is the 66 of Randall Tarrant.
Who'd you vote for, Kins?
Myself? No, I didn't actually.
I voted for Cody.
I'm useless, fellow man. How do you vote?
Well, I put a corresponding post on the social media. I was probably a little bit late on getting it to the party for this week's one. I was just busy over the last couple of days. But yeah, usually you put up a post on the Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
And then I allow the fans a day and a bit to cast their votes in. But despite the late start and getting that one up, the fans still came to the party, and by all means, very appreciative of those who took part in voting for those drivers. And of course, it's what it's all about. It's all about the race fans, you know. And I enjoy doing initiatives that brings in the race fans to be part of all the action. Our last segment of the night to wrap us all up is the bump and run imagery driver spotlight for this week. And well, this driver, he's been one of the form sprint car drivers over the last couple of weeks, coming from America. He raced at Ruapuna Speedway on the weekend for a total of 4 races, total laps 59. Of those 59 laps, I might add, he led 36 of them. He set second quick time in time trials. He got second and third in his heats. He won the dash and was also the feature winner from Green to Chika, round 2 winner of the War of the Wings Sprint Car Series at Ruapuna Speedway. Your driver spotlight, brought to you by Bump and Run Imagery, is Joel Myers Jr., who I might add is the current New Zealand Sprint Car champion for the meantime. But yeah, race fans, that's the Only Ammz segment done for this week, and of course this year. Big thank you to my mates just above here, Kinser and Books, for having me on board so far. this season, and I look forward to coming back in Hungry Stones hot in 2025. I mean, what more can I say? Just very appreciative of coming on board to be able to give the fans these updates. And as we had mentioned earlier, Christmas coming up, guys. So this is Ammz signing off for 2024. I hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Best wishes for the new year, of course. If I don't catch you around the tracks over the Christmas period, then by all means, I will see you next year, fresh and ready to start 2025 team. That is me, Ammz, signing off.
Thanks,
Well
mate.
done, bro. Well done. Your 10-minute bell didn't go off, so you've done perfect. You must be about 9 minutes and 40 seconds at that kind of count. But love the mahi you do. You put in the early hours of your work, and to you and your family, bro, you and the whānau, Meri Krihi Mete, have a good one, bro. And we will see you on the other side of 2025. Take care, my bro. Thank you.
Take care, boys. Have a good one.
Cheers, Ammz, brother.
Ammz, good to catch up with them. Always doing the weekly update with us on points, and no doubt we'll catch up with them come 2025. We'll continue on because there is more super stock action. I tell you, one place to be is going to be Oceanview Superstock Fan45. We should have Darren sitting there being nice and patient. Look at him. How are you, mate?
Good, mate. Good.
Yeah, firstly, Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Thank you. Same to you guys.
How's the season been to date, mate? Since we caught up with you, we did the builder to obviously the track, all the updates in the off season. But how far and how good has the season been to date?
Season's gone well. I think we've only missed one meeting because of Mother Nature. You've had the North Island Midget Champs, what was extremely good. You know, seeing something totally different out our track sort of, I think, opened a few people's eyes. Season's been good.
Yeah, let's just go over that midget side of things. You know, honestly, what was 10, 1, and 2 like?
1 and 2 was good. Shane Dewar was trying to escape in turn 3, so he tried to leave the grounds, but no, turn 1 and 2, just like the odd tangle up, but yeah, the main problem was turn 3 with Shane Dewar, unfortunately.
Yeah, but overall, you know, been getting good crowds, you know, obviously during these tough kind of years. What's the crowd volume been like overall?
First few meetings, extremely good. The last couple, not as good, but still good. Just so much going on this time of the year.
Yeah, it seems to be a common trend, mate, around most of the tracks these days, especially getting closer to, we say, at Christmas and the New Year's. You got many more big meetings coming up for the rest of the season before I get into this Saturday?
So we've got North Island mini sprints early Jan, and then our memorials and all that later on in the year, later on in the season. So and plus this weekend something new, something different.
Yeah. So you get through this weekend. Is that it before 2024 is over, mate?
Yep. So the next meeting, 4th of Jan, North Island mini sprint. So get a little bit of time off from at home, but we'll be around the country racing. So there is no weekends free, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. And like Booker always says, and I says, it's always you can't do without your committee members plus all the volunteers, mate?
Yeah, definitely. Without them, you can't do it. It just doesn't work.
All right, let's get into this big event, the Fan45. Super stock action is going to be a big night there at Oceanview Speedway.
Yeah, so Anthony and Matt sort of threw me under the bus tonight because I both done well and busy with work. So I might be a little bit rusty, but we've been trying to look for something different that we can create as an annual thing. So Anthony, being a dedicated fan, he sort of come back to us with this idea, just running super stocks in like a different format, I guess, so the crowd can see what's going on, not having to worry about points, those sorts of things. They're pretty much first over the line sort of wins, I guess. So just something different, and to get the public and everyone involved, because the public will be doing the grid draws for their first heat. So they'll be live. Whoever collects the tennis ball will get photos with that selected driver. So just trying to get the people involved. You know, face painting so they can get their dedicated race number on their face. Just try to make it fan base, and plus we've got some unreal cars entered as well. 1, 2, 3, and Z for a start, and then other people that have been champions or leaders of the pack. So
Yeah,
it's good.
excellent. So the name pretty well gives it away, eh, Box? Fan45. You said it. Fans.
Yeah.
45. That for me would say 315 laps. Add that together. If I'm mathematically correct with my abacus, that makes 45.
Yeah.
Correct.
And I just want to say to Anthony, he was going to join us tonight, like you said, Darren, but he's crook as, but he did send us a message through saying, you know, he's very grateful to the club running with the idea that he had for this event, and very grateful for the support the Dykstras have given it as well, with the backing. So I just wanted to mention thanks to the Dykstras and the club and everybody getting behind it. And it should be a good weekend. I myself have, it's my mic right there. I myself look like I'll be coming over, so I'm going to try and make the trip to Wongas. I was talking with Mike Johnson actually in Gizzy. He pulled me aside and I said, the last time I was at Wanganui, which I'm pretty sad to say, to be fair, was when he got second at the NZs.
Oh, that's a fair couple of years
back, Darren. So I'm due.
couple
So I've got to get there
haircuts.
this weekend and come and support your club and have some fun. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Mate,
That's good.
I was at that one, 1995, 1994, 1995. Lyle Rumney won that, and I was sitting right next to the Rumney family, and they were running backwards and forwards. They're saying, I think he's done it. I think Lyle's done it. You know, and I remember that. Oh, you were there, Booker. You were there.
I was there, mate. I got... I won't tell you about the after party, but I got a little bit of trouble back then. But yeah, I told Mike about it, but I won't put it on here what I did. That was when Dutchie was hanging off the ceiling of the marquee too up there, and he had a few quiet ones. Old Dutchie, he used to play up.
Yeah, no, I remember that. Hey, 26 starters, obviously, and it's going to work from race one. It's where you finish and how you will kind of start, I guess, from what I'm looking at. And like you say, it's going to include the fans' choice, eh?
Yeah. And for Heat 3, whoever's on pole's got the opportunity to take $500 and go to the back and try and make their way through. If pole don't want it, it'll go back to 2, 3, and 4. So they've got the option of making $500 and trying to come through from the back.
Yeah,
I
heard that actually. That the top 10 can change with the bottom 10 if they don't want the grid and a chance to win more money. Is that how it works, or?
Just the top 4 have got the opportunity to move position. And you guys know, corner 1 on Wanganui, you can go from grid 26 to grid 1 pretty easy, or you can go from 1 to 26. So it's just something different to give the guys a challenge, and sort of move forward from there.
And also Pits TV, Jason, the team will be heading on up to do the live stream.
Yep. So he's there. So I've been talking with Jason over the last couple of years to try and create something unique for Wanganui that we can work with. And as soon as I told him about this, he was keen as to come on board. So yeah, he's supporting us. He's good value, gives people the opportunity to watch it if they can't get to Wanganui. And yeah, gets it out there.
Awesome, mate. Hey, well, look, we appreciate you popping in to join us. I know you got thrown under the bus into the deep end by the two boys, but you've done a stellar job of that. And to everyone associated behind the scene with the creation of this idea, can only build and get better. And, you're a place that puts on a big show there at Oceanview, mate. We do appreciate you joining us. Like we said at the start to you, your committee members or your volunteers out there, I hope everyone associated with your Oceanview track has a wonderful Christmas. Be safe. And a happy new year, mate. We'll catch you in 2025, eh? But Book will be down there. Throw him in the commentary tower, mate. Throw him in the commentary tower.
I can do that. Not a problem.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, listen, and look, we appreciate the support from the Wanganui fans as well, Kins. You know, like every week, if something comes up about Wanganui, it's up the V, up the V, up the V, mate. And we love it. We love the support that your community gives us as well, and they have done the whole time. So to them, thank you, and thank you to you, Darren. We'll catch up this weekend, mate. And I don't mind jumping up there and helping out if you need help in that commentary box. We'll give it a go. We'll make some fun. We'll get the crowd up and running and roaring and having fun.
Excellent. We'll see you then. Merry Christmas.
You too, Darren. Thanks, mate.
Okay. Bye.
Darren Smith, president for Oceanview Speedway track in Wanganui, and doing a stellar job there. Just giving you the update on the event, the Fan45, obviously created by a few of the Superstock drivers, but the fans get involved. 3 Let's Make 45, and you get to enjoy it there if you can't make it. As we said, the Pits TV will have the live stream.
Yeah, as usual. Yeah, and it will be, and the good thing about it, it'll be a good stream too. You know, with Jason the Pits, they do a stellar job, mate.
Quickly, I'll go through some of these names. Sorry, I haven't had a chance to say hello to Aaron Ferguson, Jeff Kite, Ian Wilson, Keith May, Jack Wilson. Oh, Jack, and happy birthday to you, Jack, 17. Barry Hunter, there's the Dykstras on board. Mark Goodman, Cody, Tracy Vincent, Warren McGee, Gabe, mate. How are you, Gabe? Hope things are going well down at the top of the South Island for you. And who else we got here on the list? So we got a few to get through. Evan Thomason. Yep. Evan said, might see you on Saturday books. Grant Fowler. There you go. Up the V. Aaron Ferguson up the V all day. Kia ora to NZ Super Artists. And Dave Thomas is going up the wires. Let's get in and talk about a big weekend coming up after we have an enjoyment of Christmas just before New Year's, the 28th and the 30th of December. There's only going to be one place to be. And these two wonderful people who join us.
Oh, they've gotten the spirit too, Kim. I love it. Hey, that's what we love. Fantastic. Fantastic.
Hey, welcome you too, Marco. Melissa, how are you?
Oh, we're good. We're good, thank you.
Good. Yeah, well, Merry Christmas to you both and your families and all your loved ones out there. So I hope you enjoy next Wednesday. No doubt Marco will be having a sleep after eating too much and maybe having a few drinks. What about you, Melissa? What do you got planned for next Wednesday?
I'm just hanging out with the kids, the family, all of us, four of us, just hang out, walk the mountain and then hang out and we just eat and have a couple of wines.
I said that at the start of the show. I used to drink too much, eat too much, and about this time of night on Christmas Day, I'm having a bit of a snooze already. So, or even after.
Well, we're a bit tired, actually.
Marco, what are you doing next Wednesday, mate? What's the plan for you for Christmas?
I'm just with family, not the greatest family, so I just plan to get as obliviated as possible. That's my plan.
Mate, similar to what we asked Darren just a few minutes ago, what's the season been like today? Look, you've had a couple of big Super Saloon meetings there as well, the South Pacifics, and you had a few big open wheel meetings there. So what's it been like today? You've had some Superstock action. What's your last few months been like?
Oh, look, we had to rain out the first 2 nights, so we had to run the Sundays, the first 2 nights.
That's right.
And, that's a struggle when you have to run on a Sunday. And we've had a couple of big Super Saloon meetings, and we haven't seen those guys for the last couple of years, and now they're all fighting to get in, which is good for us, but on limited time, we can't just fit them in. Like, for the next 2 meetings coming up, there's too many that want to join, but. Yeah, we've struggled for the last couple of years to get them, and now they're here, and everyone seems to want to race at Baypark, and now it's a struggle, really, to fit everyone in. Yeah.
What's the numbers been like overall? You know, some of the opening nights around New Zealand at tracks seem to draw big numbers. Everyone's been hanging out. Traditionally, it's your opening night or maybe your fireworks night, which all the families come along, and it kind of simmers off a little bit. Has it been similar for Baypark?
Oh, we had to run our fireworks night again on the Sunday.
Yeah.
And so obviously our numbers dropped because families can't come because the kids have to go to bed. But I think a lot of our speedway tracks are going up against Western Springs last season.
Yeah.
So, you know, and we have a core base of fans, and a lot of them are obviously want to go to the last season of Western Springs, and that's affecting perhaps some of our tracks. I don't know. Our numbers have been a little bit down, but you know, funds are limited for a lot of families at the moment with what do they call it? The crisis of living.
Yeah.
Something like that. Whatever they call
living
it.
Crisis.
Living, yeah. And so they have to budget their money.
Yeah.
That's a big factor, I think, at the moment, that cost of living thing. And I think you're right, actually, Melissa, about the Western Springs. A lot of people want to be a part of that last year and say, I went to the last season of Western Springs, you know. And I think there are a lot of tracks in the country competing with that, I think it is a big factor myself as well. I mean, I myself would love to try and get there this season, but I don't even think I'm going to get to Western Springs this year. It's just not on the, with too much for us where me and Kins have to be and go. But yeah, that's an example of, that's exactly it. I think people want to go and be a part of that. And I've seen some crowd shots there, and they're looking like each meeting's really getting their crowds in, aren't they?
Yeah. And so they should. They've been there 90,
96 years.
Yeah, 93 years, I think it is. Yeah. So they should, and but it has a flow-on effect for all the other tracks around the country.
But the place to be is Baypark over Christmas, isn't it, eh? I mean, hey.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
We got the Hokey Memorial, which is last year. I loved it, and last year that was what opened my eyes up to sprint cars. Actually, that's where I sat on that back straight and just went, "Wow," you know. And man, am I so excited to get there on the 28th? I tip you. It's like, hurry up, Christmas, let's get done. I got to get on the road.
I'm just going to go back to your comments around Western Springs. So I just wanted to reiterate, my daughter went up there for the first time ever. She's never been there, and it just blew her away. And I was actually commentating. I was telling Mark I was over at Huntley commentating for their big championships for the super stocks and stock cars. It was a very, very quiet crowd. And there's a lot of people, especially where we are living around this area compared to books down in the Hawke's Bay. They were heading up to watch the sprint car guys, the midget guys. And yeah, you are right. End of an era, and you can see why people are going there in their droves. But like you said and you reiterated, Booker come along to Bay Park, and mate, he was in heaven when he saw the sprint cars. He still talks about it. And I understand that we're going to set him up in the sprint car on either 28th or 30th.
There's not a chance in hell I'm getting behind the wheels. The speed they go, mate. Nah. I'm too old.
We don't have a two-seater, but we've got a wing you could tie yourself to.
I used to go and sled behind the tractor back in the day, but I think behind a sprint car might be a bit quick.
I might be lining up to fit on there and have a wave out. I'll wear this, mate. I'll wear this all around the track. But, you know, let's talk about that. The Bay 51, which is spectacular. And as mentioned, we're going to have Ross Ashby talk to us a bit about his dad, the Hokey Memorial, obviously for its second year running, Superstock Memorial. Then you got the greatest show on dirt, mate. You got 2 nights of this. Opens at 4:30, 6:30 racing starts, Baypark Speedway.co.nz. Hey, bring it on.
It's going to be massive, actually. So obviously, Horse is on after us, and he'll be able to tell you a bit more about the Superstock and what's happening. But obviously, I've had a quick peek at what the entry list is looking like, and it's going to be huge. And again, another great night to be able to have the memory of Hokey Ashby again, which is obviously something important to all the Superstock guys that are registered to Bay Park. But on the other side of it, you've got the World Midget Series, or the Midget World Series. So it's been a long time, sort of before COVID, before we got this kind of talent that's come down, and they're coming down pretty hard too. We've got Logan Seavey. Now, he is back-to-back 2 times Chili Bowl winner. He's also a 2-time USAC champion. But he Kofoid's back again. Remember, this guy just wiped us clean in a sprint car at 17 years old. Took the New Zealand Championship. He's actually the Bay Superstars defending champion, beating Michael Pickens last year. So he's back. And now with a full-time ride in the World of Outlaws. I mean, this kid is just so talented. It's a joke how good he is, you know. Then we've got Ethan Mitchell, this young gun. He's one of the ones that they're all watching. He comes from the family that do a lot with the Honda motors as well. So he knows how these cars can work, and he's going to be teamed up with Jordan McDonnell. It's going to be great for that team and the talent he's got. He showed that at Western Springs last week. Then the Australians, Caden Brown. This guy's in a sprint car. He's a former speed car champion. He's a former 2 Australia as well, and comes from a generational family of racing. He's got a lot of talent, and he's only like 24 years old. Next to him, the first female in such a long time to come down and do international racing. So we go way back to like Denise Burnett days. So Zoe Pierce, everybody's watching her. She's driven like sort of outlaw kart type cars, sort of mini sprint styles that they have over there. She's come through the TQ ranks, and then now she's in a midget. On top of all that, we've got Shane Van Gisbergen in a sprint car, and you saw what he could do now. So God knows where he's been training or what he's been doing on dirt and stuff, but to come third to Allard and Pickens just shows this guy can wheel anything. Can he wheel Bay Park? We'll have to find out on the 28th, though.
Yeah, you have to put your bum on the seat to find out. It's that simple.
Can we just talk about something else as well, which is Speedway New Zealand's new rule, blanket rule that they put across the country with the amount of super stocks on a track. Yeah. Have you seen that rule?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we had to apply for dispensation, and luckily we've got dispensation for 34 cars to run. However, looking back to before when we started the calendar, I think it's pretty wild that a blanket rule would be thrown across the country, not looking at the size of tracks, how many officials you have, and to look at it, there was just blanket rule put across us. So we had to apply for dispensation, which was a tough gig, and we only just got it a couple of days ago, right, Marco?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And we had to stress we've got a show to put on, and I have very limited time, so I can't just say, oh, I can take all you guys because I'll just fit you in. I have 3.5 hours from the show, the shortest amount of time in the country. So yeah, this blanket rule that's been put across us is probably not ideal for these. I think Western Springs, maybe I don't even know about
Glen.
Woodford Glen.
There's a few meetings that have been affected by it. With this blanket rule, it's going to affect the 248s at Palmy. It's going to affect Woodford Glen. It's going to affect. It affected the triples event at Rotorua.
But it's a big event too.
They're big events,
that's exactly it. Yeah. I've been. I've talked about this with a few people. I haven't actually talked much about it on the show, but yeah.
Right?
It's because we try to promote the positive all the time. We don't talk about that too much, but it is something that I think needs to be addressed in the future for these big events. Because at the end of the day, it's entertaining the crowd, which puts their bum on the seats, which pays for the speedway, which then I suppose filters all the way through to SNZ. So at the end of the day, we're cutting it off.
You should highlight it because there's a lot of people that don't understand. If we had to put 26 cars on the track in the weekend, a lot of the people that watch you don't understand why we're having to do that. So, sometimes you have to highlight what I wouldn't call it a negative thing, but you have to highlight, you have to tell everybody. And how do you tell your fans, we've had this rule
thrown at us.
Yeah, thrown at us, I guess, So
now you brought that up, Melissa. I don't know because I'm not a promoter of a track. I just sit behind a microphone at a track and talk. Is there any communication? I know we're going off from what we're here to talk about, but just to clarify, is there any communication between an official at SNZ with track promoters like yourself or others around this blanket rule, or does it just come down from the powers above and gets delivered and filtered down to the tracks?
Well, we got told.
Okay.
There wasn't. I don't believe there was any.
Yeah.
I mean, I just from talking to other promoters that I speak to, and people I speak to that in the know say that it was just here's the rule.
Yeah, here's the rule. So it's been interesting to try and work our way through that. And the Hokey Ashby Memorial last year was one of the biggest shows we had. So it was a bit, and we've got the biggest track in the country too. So that's why I kind of can't fathom that. Why you put a blanket rule across all these tracks,
And a strange one too that sort of sucks the juice out of that particular class. It's like running, hey midget, you can go out there but only with 3 wheels. You've taken the sight and the sound of 30 plus super stocks, maybe 40 if you can do it. It's just unreal compared to 26. And they're affecting not only the class, they're affecting the entire meeting, the involvement. People want to see more, not less.
Oh, hey, from my fans' point of view, you're right, because times are tough. We started on talking about this around some of the meetings, how some tracks have actually been suffering over the last few weeks. And when you're paying some money and you want to afford it to come with your family, you want to see a lot of cars out there. You're right. But if they're just going to get a handful of cars, you do ask yourself, think of the fans. But hey, we want to talk more about obviously the 28th and 30th. So tickets and everything, you can buy them online and everything like that, mate. You can still pay at the gate as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Tickets are on sale already online, or you can go to the gate. So obviously prices are slightly different. It is best to buy tickets online. You avoid any of the queues, and fingers crossed that we've got queues for both dates. So the Bay 51 as well. That's going to be huge. 51 laps, the longest midget car race in the entire season. And I mean, this lineup, we've got 36 cars for the 30th and 35 cars for the 28th for these midget guys. So it's going to be one heck of a show and one battle. And hey, come as a proud Kiwi. Come support our lads. We can do it. We've done it last year. We did it the year before, and we'll do it again.
Love what you say. You know, you're a bloody good car salesman, mate. You honestly, you're really good at that. You really are, you know. And out of the blue, I am going to turn up wearing what I'm wearing now. And
We've got a job for you.
Oh, have you? Yeah, okay.
Oh, kids. But you're still wearing shorts under that before that, mate. So you need my stomach for Santa. I'll give it to you.
Kiwi Santa would wear shorts, wouldn't he? And jandals.
He's Santa and shorts, and it's Kiwi Santa.
Yeah. Oh, look, yeah. I just seen where the wife is. I know we were going to be together on the 28th and 30th. I'm going to be at your place, mate. Coming to your place. And live stream, by the way, you have the availability of live stream at the track as well.
We are doing the pay-per-view for both meetings. So, of course, don't forget the Super Saloons will join us on the 30th. Mini stocks are running both nights as well. So it's a lot of action, a lot of different classes, hundreds of laps. Place to be, obviously. Place for place.
Hey, used to a brilliant. Sorry, what was that?
They're over by the ocean.
The commotion by the ocean.
Yeah, listen to them, mate. They're starting to do a rap. They're going to do a rap. It'd be puff.
It's the Canadian club talking.
And check that out. Look, there they are. There's their little promotion they did for us to promote. They're going
They
to
look
on.
just like Melissa.
It's them, isn't it?
Where's this come from?
Look at that.
Hey, Horse's there. He's got a number one. That's all that matters.
I love it.
You love it, eh? Yeah,
He surprises me with this stuff all the time as well. I got no idea what he's going to do at times. Oh,
brilliant.
fantastic.
Hey, you two are brilliant. I look forward to seeing that. Book and I will be there on the 28th. We'll do a little interview. So, like we did last year, people jumped on board and watched our live stream. And actually, a family, if I remember rightly, from Te Puke, ended up jumping in their car with his kids and coming. And they didn't have plans. But after we did the build-up for the event, he decided, mate, we need to get our backside, trackside, and be part of the ocean and the ocean.
Thank you so much, too, for all your promotion for us, your backing and your support this season's been great. And it's good for us, too, as well. You know, we don't really know the Superstock side of things. And tell you what, when you ask for us to be part of an interview 3 days ago, we're learning a lot. And you're learning
well, as you know, I just finished commentating the whole Waikato Superstock chance, and it was full on. I was enjoying it. We even made some kids play some rugby league up in the crowd, and I thought I was commentating it.
There's a commentary box with you on the
He's
28th.
more than welcome to come into the commentary box. I'll take him in the commentary, and how about you take Booker onto the infield?
Hey, done deal.
Just like that, eh?
Just like that. It's always a pleasure to have you two on the show. Thank you very much to both you, to you and your whānau. Enjoy Christmas Day next Wednesday. Be safe out there. We'll see you on the 28th and that. And yeah, thanks once again. Doing a wonderful job. Keep up the awesome mahi and take care, eh?
Yeah. Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. See ya.
Thanks, team. But I look forward to that meeting. We've been talking about that meeting, haven't we, Kins, for quite a while now in the background, and it's just awesome, man. The big thing for me as well is I'm just very proud to be able to represent and go up there and with the man that's coming in our horse and representing and talking about his dad, you know. So that's a big thing I love about it too, mate.
Yeah, let's bring him on, eh? He's been sitting there chilling out there, relaxing.
He looks all computer science with glasses on too, eh? Oh.
How are you, bro? All good, horse?
Yeah, no, I'm good, mate. You guys all good?
Yeah, we're always good, mate. We're always good when we catch up with Marco and Melissa, have a bit of a chat with them. Look, they've been doing a bit behind the scenes, obviously promoting the event for you on the 20th particular, but also got some Speedway New Zealand extension to extend the cars to 34. That must be pleasing to see because you know there's a blanket of 26, but to hear there's going to be an extra 8 cars on the track must be awesome for you.
Yeah, yeah, it is obviously, yeah, because I mean, obviously at Baypark we can definitely have the 34 cars there, no problem. I guess if we go past the 34 entries, there's another format option that they might try, and then we run the 34 car final, I guess. But yeah, we'll just have to see what entries we get in and go from there. Yeah, but no, it's definitely good that they managed to get that through.
Yeah, mate. I heard you're going Hundy and Gizzy last weekend. Eh? This fellow above me confirms that you are just the fastest tank in the country at the moment.
Woo!
Yeah, well, that wouldn't be hard because I'm the only tank, I think, am I? No, it was it was unreal down there in the weekend. All right, no, it was just fast paced and action, and you're never alone. You're always in big bunches of cars, and the old tank was going good. The first night was all right. The second night it was definitely better, and to racing with all those Rees rocket ships was pretty mean, and then to sort of keep up with them, that was pretty good too. So yeah, we were pretty stoked with how it's going. Yeah, it's going good.
Yeah.
Mate, and you were racing in your bus, I understand, on the way to Gisborne.
Yeah.
Yeah, got a the old cop turned around and chased us on the Manitou Straits and pulled us over, and I jumped out and met him at the door, and he was a pretty good cop. He said he had to take 2 looks when he saw it was a bus doing 113 k's. So he was, but he was a good cop. We just chatted it out and sorted it out, and we're on our way. Gets along the old bus. You got to keep a bit of an eye on it.
Geez, my old girl don't get up to 113 k's. I'm lucky I get to 90.
Yeah, no, those old Volvos go pretty good.
Yeah. Hey, the season for you though, you were going to limit your season when I last caught up with you. You've only just done a handful of meetings, and I suppose you're just going to do the NZs and a couple of other big ones, but you're not going to have a full agenda this race season.
Nah, that Gisborne was just my 3rd meeting for the season. Just flat out with work and really struggling to sort of get time to go in the shed, and then obviously still want to race because as a family and that, and my crew and that, we all love doing it. But we're just going to just do what we can. We are heading down to Nelson for the New Zealand, so we had that all booked in. So we're actually going down for a week. We're going to do a whole week down there, so that's where I'm actually going to have my holiday during that time. And it's just we're just pumping with work and just work sort of in my mind more than anything at the moment. So I'm just concentrating on that and just race when I can. Eh?
We talked on Saturday, Horse. Are you thinking about going back for the North Islands at Gizzy? I mean, that was just, you looked like you really enjoyed yourself at Gisborne, mate. I mean, we're talking, it was a whole package there, wasn't it? Just not just the racing, but everything they do there just was real good.
Yeah, no, we had a great time down there, even from where we stayed, and all the friendly people, even just the local Gizzy people coming and chatting to us in the pits, and I was sort of like saying, who's that? And we're just talking to all these local Gizzy people, and obviously the weather turned it on, and then the racing was awesome. So yeah, I didn't plan on doing the North Islands, but just quietly when I left on Sunday, I did book the accommodation again for the 28th and the 1st. So but it'll come down to where I'm at with
going there.
Hey?
I wasn't going to do with North Islands, but if you're going now, I'm going to have to go as well. We have to get that Reno there too, Horse.
Yeah, well, I'll just wait up when he gets a bit closer and see how my work's going, and we'll just see how it goes. I did really enjoy it, and because we went well, it's probably good reason to go back,
You twisted my arm, bro. You twisted my arm. So I'm gonna go talk to the boss. She's in the lounge. Oh, she might have gone out to the Christmas light. Might have gone out to the Christmas light show just down the road, and I might sure head out that way. Come along and check. I've never been to Gizzy Track, so I'm quite excited for it.
Plenty of room in the bus, mate.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
I know.
Yes. Yes. Listen, I've been to Gizzy a couple of times now, and this weekend just gone was the first time I've seen that amount of super stocks on that track, and we're talking like a lot of top end super stocks there. I mean, I still class horses as top end as well, and it was top end fast, man. But just standing there listening, that with that track and the bank, you can feel the cars through your body as they go past, or when they start at the start-finish line to take off, you can feel it just hit you as they come around the corner, and it just ups the excitement and the adrenaline of watching Speedway. And that's what was a big thing for me. It blew my mind. I was up there filming on the Friday night for everybody, and I'm on top of the box there, and as they took off and came around turn 1 and 2, all you guys, you just feel it hit you in the chest, and it just gets that adrenaline going, you know. Mate, you could hear me on the couch. I was pumped. I mean, just awesome track.
Well,
I'm really blown away by them on that track horse, hey.
Yeah, because it was 6 o'clock starts, and the sun's down that end of when you're heading down to 3 and 4, and it does. Honestly, a lot of that race, we didn't. Well, I mean, I couldn't even see where I was going. You just foot on the floor and hoping nothing's there because there's dust and the sun, and then you get to the corner and you're chucking it in. So yeah, a lot of the time, you just didn't really know where you were going. But like you say, before I went down, I looked at the entry list myself, and I was like, holy hell, I'll have to get my ass in the gear here, because the caliber of cars and drivers entered for that meeting was unreal. And I think that's what made it such a good meeting, is everyone was so close and bunched. And I think over those whole 6 races, I don't think there was one red light. I don't think. I can't remember having a red light in any of those races. So
no,
that goes to show, you know, like there was hits. It wasn't so much hits. It was more everybody just rubbing on each other, and but it was just clean, and everybody, you know, just respect for each other, and it was a good wicked weekend.
All right, bro. Let's talk about, obviously, Dad, the memory. This is the second time for Dad's memorial race. You'll be excited for this, Mum and sisters and the rest of the whānau, eh?
Yeah, no, really looking forward to it. Originally, I think it was just going to be that one-off one, but yeah, we got a good turnout for it, and everyone enjoyed it. And then so Marco and Melissa just sort of said, well, should we just do it again? So I think it's going to try and make it an annual event. It might eventually start losing its shine, but I think at the moment there's still a lot of interest in it. With the New Zealand's and the GP and that being pretty close, and down in the South Island, it's probably going to take a few numbers away from it. But if we can get 30, 35, 40 cars, I mean, that'd be awesome. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people keen to support it, and being in the Christmas break, you know, people are on holiday and that, so hopefully we can get a good crowd. And yeah, I know my old man will be pretty chuffed.
Yeah, hard out he would be, mate. Look, we look forward to being part of this. Booker and I will be walking around in the pits like we did last year. We'll be catching up with a few of the drivers in all different classes out there on the 28th as well. It's going to be a big night. There's also the 30th as well, and you can find out more details, Baypark Speedway NZ, and check it all out. Mate, what's the plans for the rest of the season? I know you said Nelson. No doubt you'll be hanging around, and as you always do, whether you're coaching or managing or some form of some role with the Busters, be back in the camp there, no doubt.
Yeah. So we'll go and do Nelson. Obviously, I think the 240s is not long after getting back from there, so we'll do the 240s. Yeah, and then obviously the Buster campaign, like at the teams, is in early Feb, so we'll get into that. And then, yeah, to be fair, I haven't really mapped. I haven't really done a calendar of when I'm going to race. We're just going to sort of race when we feel like it. We haven't totally discounted doing the Rees tour. I'm really keen to do that Rees tour, but it's just a long time away from work, and so we're just going to weigh that up when it gets a bit closer. And yeah, we'll just stick to my plan and just race when we can and when I can fit everything in, and yeah, just go away and have some fun in between all this work I'm doing.
One thing you will see on that race too is you're going to see an Ashby engineering van traveling around. So, yours truly. So yeah, so that'll definitely be down there on the tour.
Multi Santa driving today.
Yeah.
Yeah, doing my eye styles in the back of the van.
As long as I don't see it on the news doing any ram raids or anything, it'll be all good.
He's got a heavy foot too, horse. You might get some tickets in the mail.
I'm used to getting tickets for all my vans in the mail. All the boys have got heavy feet, so yeah, it won't matter. It'll just add to the list. It's the least I can do for you, Reno.
No, it's all good, mate. Thank you to for the offer, and I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, I didn't have to sleep next to this fella snoring and farting, so
Oh,
it's
yeah.
all good. So, so it's all good, mate. Look, we look forward to catching up with you over there at Baypark on the 28th. To you, Adele and the family, to Mum and your sisters and everyone out there. You guys have a very happy and safe Christmas and New Year's, and yeah, all the best, bro. And thank you for joining us.
Yeah, no, same to you guys. Yeah, thanks for having me on. Like I say, you guys are pretty popular figures out there these days, so it's pretty awesome what you guys do. And I've seen old Booker walking around Gizzy there. Every time I saw him, he was chatting to somebody. So,
Oh,
or he
you got,
was
you got,
drinking some beers in the club rooms, one of the two.
Couple of quieties.
yeah. But you've got new merch out. Have you got new merch, horse?
No, well, I've got merch for my crew. Booker was trying to jump on some of that on the other night, but
Is that
we
your new
done
logo?
some.
Is that the new logo on the hat you got on?
Yeah. I got some hats and stuff
Very
done
cool
too.
new
Yeah,
logo,
so
Kins.
Yeah.
we just decided we'd do some t-shirts and hats and bucket hats and stuff just for our crews out, like our crews that come along and help them. So that's what we sort of done. But yeah, we're just getting swamped by people that want it. So it all came up pretty cool. I got a Cameron Lee designed it up for us, and I just said I want a nice simple white logo, and he done it, and they've come up mean.
Get a 5XL for this guy. We were it down in South.
Yeah. Oh, we'll have to, Adele's in charge of it. Booker. I think Booker had to go to Adele about it the other night. I'm not too sure how he got on.
I said for us kids, I said we could be part of the crew, Kins.
Yeah. It'll just fit right with the van, bro. It's always good to catch up. Like I said, have a good Christmas, be safe, and we'll see you over at Baypark on the 28th. But otherwise, take care and thanks again, eh?
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you fellas too. I'll catch you up on after Christmas, mate.
Sweet as. Look forward
100%.
to it. See ya.
Thanks, horse.
Cheers, mate. See you, mate.
Hard case.
Now, I'll also quickly just put this up, Kin. So we haven't had a live stream of some online racing for a while. So this Monday night, we're doing our DWD late models. There it is there. Eldora 80 lapper we've got going on. We've got a few guys that are going to be joining us doing it. A couple of real drivers out there too that are going to come join us. It's all just for fun. It's a day later before Christmas. So it'll be Monday night. The old bump and run with Booker will be back for one night only. And we'll be live streaming it. And I'll have a bit of fun with the commentary, as I always do, people. You know me, a bit of a laugh, get a little bit excited. But it won't be a boring 80 lapper to watch because we may have little things that happen in between and make it just that little bit more interesting for people to watch. So it's not just a bore fest.
Awesome. Hey, enjoy that. People will wait for your live stream of that as our box. And once again, obviously we're not here next Wednesday due to Christmas Day, and we'll just play it by ear around the 1st of January, see what happens. But to everyone out there, have a Merry Christmas next Wednesday. Have a safe New Year's. If you are going to be traveling, look, please be safe and patient out there on the road. Get to your loved ones and enjoy your summer holiday. Most are wrapping up work on the 20th this Friday, either going back on the 6th, 13th, if you're lucky, on the 20th of January. But kids are wrapping up school as well. But otherwise, out there, be safe. Have a Merry Christmas. Enjoy Speedway. To you, Booker, and your family, mate. You have a wonderful Christmas as well. And we'll see you in a couple of weeks, eh?
Yeah, mate. Same to you. Yeah, we're gonna sit back and Boxing Day. I'm over at Mentals for my annual Boxing Day lunch. Me and Brody will be heading over there. But yeah, looking forward to Christmas, with the final Christmas for our big family one this year with all the ex and the girls and everything. So
Nice.
yeah, it's just good stuff. But yeah, like Ken said, to everyone, be safe. We hope we'll be looking forward to seeing you all again next year. I may see a few of you at Wanganui this weekend. May see a few of you at Baypark in a couple of weeks, Kins, and we'll definitely see you in the new year. That's for sure. So, thanks everybody for supporting us this year. We appreciate it more than you know, myself and Kins. We don't do this for ourselves. We do this for you, the fans, the tracks, the drivers, the sponsors out there, and promoting the sport that we love. So, if we can keep doing that, making people happy, we'll keep doing it, Aiken.
Yeah, 100%. You know, once again, thanks for joining us throughout the show. Thanks to Aaron Lewis from GARAGE16 for his ongoing support, but also to everyone that's given generously to us through our gears, our shirts, our jackets that we wear. Look, you all are important to our show. That's what makes things happen and why we do what we do to have fun for you, the fans out there. We can't do it without the fans. Hopefully, we catch up with you somewhere around the tracks really soon. But otherwise, enjoy Speedway this weekend, wherever you may be going to. Take care out there, and might be able to hear Booker and Wanganu in the commentary box this weekend. I'll jump up in the com box on the 28th and do the Superstocks and Marco and the team there, and Books might be on the infield. We might get him on that sprint car. Might do. Hey, he can go over and do a lap with Gizzy.
I'll have to go get some adult diapers for that, mate. Okay, team, on that note, see you. Merry Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho.
Holy snapping duck shit.
My good mate from Bump and Run Booker joins us.
I'm excited for another great show tonight. Give it the hoot now.